Here is your new pricing strategy for 2024. This way you'll make the most money with your Airbnb listing, considering you might also be on other platforms that are not just Airbnb. Let's open up our multi-calendar. If you're by the computer, please do this. If you're not by the computer, dog ear this and come back to this video later so you can recreate the tips that I'm going to give you. You can also recreate the action of hitting the subscribe button, just like this. Thanks. The Airbnb multi-calendar is where you can see all of your listings vertically and then all of your dates horizontally. You can click on one day and then move your cursor to the right or down and select multiple cells for multiple listings or multiple days, or both, and you can change the prices for those. You can also create a rule set, which you can change the rules for those dates too, which we'll cover here in just a hot second. This is one of Airbnb's most powerful features, and it's the way that Airbnb plans on keeping everybody on their platform. To use this updated pricing strategy, you will need to use the multi-calendar. That's why you need to know it exists, because you will manually change your prices based on a couple different factors in the multi-calendar. Before we get to using the multi-calendar though, rule sets and price changes, click on one of your listings. This is your individual calendar, and from there you'll see on the right side pricing and availability settings. You can set a base price, you can set a price for the weekend, you can set weekly or monthly discounts. There's another section under that which is other discounts, which you can set 2-day, 3-day, 4-day discounts. You can also set a cleaning fee or a management fee if you scroll all the way down and go to fees. If I'm talking too fast, go to your YouTube settings and there's a setting to change my speed to 0.75x. I've had a lot of coffee today. Your settings from here, I cannot tell you exactly what number to choose for your base price because you might have an apartment, you might have a house, you might have a castle. But near the end of this video, I will teach you how to find what number that should be. But what I want you to do for now is choose a base price that you think you get booked for. Let's say you have an apartment and you can go back and look at past reservations and you see that on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, somebody pays $100. Cool, let's use that. Now on the weekends, let's say somebody has paid $140. Let's use that. And then let's say that you have to pay a housekeeping company $60 to clean your place. Go back to fees now and go down to community fee or management fee, and I want you to add that price there. I don't want you to use the cleaning fee. And the reason why is because Airbnb is doing away with the cleaning fee anyway. And cleaning fee and management fee and community fee, they all work in a similar way, which is they add a one-time fee. But under the management fee side, when somebody goes and searches, they won't see that $60 of your rate is a cleaning fee and that $100 is your price. They'll just see a total of $160. This does matter. And let me make this detour in this video to tell you why it does matter. If your listing is full price and somebody pays for 4 days, $400, and then a $60 cleaning fee, they might not be upset about that because $60 isn't a big percentage. But let's say you're having a really hard time getting bookings and you start to drop your prices. Let's be dramatic. Let's say you've dropped your rate to $40 for 1 day. So somebody could book your place for 1 day for $40, but there would still be that $60 cleaning fee. If they saw $40, clicked on your place, went to go check out and saw that it suddenly became $100, that person might not book. They might get upset. Somebody might also not click your place for only $40 because it's just too cheap. They won't believe you that the place is even trustworthy. So by using a $60 management fee or community fee, somebody will see $100, somebody who likes that price will click, and then at the end when somebody goes to pay, they'll still see the same price. They won't get upset and they won't bounce or they won't abandon their shopping cart. And that's why not using the cleaning fee is probably your best move. So let's go to discounts now. I'm going to give you a basic approach to discounts that you can learn and grow from. This is meant to be a step one, not a step forever. There is a difference between a monthly discount and a 3-day or 4-day discount in the way that they work on Airbnb. A monthly discount, you can use this toggle slider and find out what your final price can be. And I want you to use it based on what you think somebody should be paying by the month. I want you to think about your best months when you do this because you can always give deeper discounts, but if somebody books your place for super cheap, you can't undo that. So let's imagine that May is the best month of the year for you, and you think you're going to make $4,500 per month in very short reservations. In this example, if somebody booked for the entire month, what would you be willing to give them instead? If you're willing to go as low as $3,500 or $3,700 per month to not have any reservations all month, then use that toggle to change those settings. From there, do the same thing with your weekly discounts. What would you be willing to give away by the week on your best months? We're going to change these settings in your slow season using rule sets on the multi-calendar. So don't worry about it, you will get there one day. For the other settings, I want to introduce you to them and I want to give you a formula for using them if you like. I love to use 3-day discounts and 4-day discounts. The way that I use these is I'll do something like 12 or 15% off for 3 days. I'll do something like 20% off for 4 days. But in order to use these responsibly, Those base prices that you have set because somebody would pay $100 per night for your place, they shouldn't stay $100 if you're going to give 20% off on a 4-day stay. You could raise your prices, say maybe $20. And that way, if you give somebody 20% off on a 4-day stay, it'll be a little bit less than $100. So if you want to add a 3-day or 4-day discount, raise your prices a little bit and then add those dates. Because what you've done by doing this is you've made a 1-night stay or 2-night stay more expensive. So now you can allow 1-night or 2-night stays, they'll pay a little bit of a premium. Using a 3-day or a 4-day discount can bring you back down to a safe number where you're happy to collect that money, but only for 3 or 4 days. This allows you to maximize your revenue for any length of stay without using a setting like a 3-day minimum stay. The reason why you don't want a 3-day minimum stay, no matter who you are, is if you go to Airbnb as a traveler and you click, I am flexible and I want to find a place that's available for any weekend, that is a 2-day search. So anybody who's just window shopping on Airbnb will not find you if you have a 3-day minimum stay. And the reason why this is important is Airbnb has a name for their algorithm, and it's called an interest algorithm. If you don't get found, you cannot get clicked. And Airbnb tracks clicks and engagements. What you would love to have them do is click on your listing and then send you a message. Even if they don't book, that will increase your rank on Airbnb. Back to pricing. Let's say you have your monthly discount at $3,500 like we said, but January is a terrible month for you. Maybe so is February. I want you to be willing to give your property away for much cheaper for those months. My best slow season strategy is to get monthly bookings well in advance before we reach slow season. Here is a rule to follow. If it's peak season, you want to be one of the last people booked. If it's slow season, you want to be one of the first people booked. The reason why is you don't want to be stuck last minute with an empty calendar and low prices. That's just no fun. If you want to learn about how I use rule sets and my other high-level pricing techniques, I have a free playlist here on YouTube. Watch that. If you want to learn more about my techniques to be on the first page of Airbnb, then this video on ranking on Airbnb is going to be the one for you to watch next. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, I'll see you on the other side.
Hi.